finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even... I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
What he like? What do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids?
Okay, but them your kids' siblings though.
Well, that's true.
Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though. So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the seven.
She should have fed them kids.
But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings? Them are his siblings though. He not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating at McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put...
Bring him out to the car.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
You telling me that I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound dumb.
How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb.
She definitely sound dumb.
Nobody told you to talk to me.
Alright, I gotta stop it. Look, listen. If you haven't seen the McDonald's video, go and look it up. Baby mama is mad at the baby daddy or exposing the baby dad when she really just exposed herself. But baby mama claims she's exposing the baby daddy for not being a good dad. Everybody thinks he's a good dad, but he's only gonna show up with something to eat for his kid. Now, let me preference my whole opinion by saying this, all right? Me personally, I'm gonna show up, you know what I'm saying, with food for the kids. That's just what I'm gonna do. I'm probably a sucker like that. I'm big on family too, so like if my kid has a sibling, which only one of my children have a sibling, but if my kid has a sibling and I'm not with the mom, even if, you know, we ended on bad terms, you know, like situation like that, you know, I'm pulling up, I'm bringing enough to eat for the kids, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot. Maybe he couldn't afford it. Maybe he doesn't have the money. Maybe they are at odds, you know. It definitely is petty on both sides. I can't say that he's super petty, but still, you know, that it's almost like he's trying to make a point to her. We know that he's not obligated to do anything for no other child except his. And that's a fact. However, if we're gonna be solid in this thing, you feel me? We're gonna do what's right. Well, I can't even say that he's wrong, so I can't say do what's right. All I can say, and I can't say that he's not solid for that. My whole opinion is this, okay? She should have already had her kids fed, okay? And at the same time, she should have, she should not be expecting him to do so for her other children. Yeah. So, she sounds really bad. She needs to get her mind right. This man isn't wrong. Although he could have, like I said, I mean, well, she could have asked him, hey, look, I know you bringing my son, your son, you know, our son, some food. My other kids is here. You know, can you grab them something to eat? I'll pay you, or you know, I'll pay you back when I get the money or something, you know. But one thing I did recognize is that when he asked her where your other baby daddies at, where they dads at, you know, like, she was very, very quiet. So I just, you know, I see so much on social media, I see both men and women. I see both sides. You have some people like, hey, you know what? He's not obligated. He's not wrong. And that's true. And then you have some people like, oh, well, he's wrong because he could have did this and did that. I cannot say that the brother is wrong. I just can't. I can't bring myself to say that he's wrong. What I can say is that both men and women, we need to be careful and mindful of who we are having children with, okay? I will never have this situation with any of my children mother. Like, I never. It just ain't gonna happen. We not gonna be fighting about, did I buy her other kids something to eat and stuff like that. I'm just not petty. Like I said, I feel like dude was being petty, but at the same time, like, maybe he doesn't have a relationship with those kids. Maybe those kids have disrespected him. Like, I mean, he could have came and got his son, right? And left. See what I'm saying? And, you know, it's crazy because, like, I'm going to end with this. Let's say we had a situation where, you know, I'm taking care of my son or my daughter or who's ever in the household, and the other siblings, because of their dads or whatnot, they're not as grateful as my child when it comes to being financially able to have a little more. Now, I wouldn't go out and buy my son the Jordans and buy all the other kids the Jordans. What I will do, and people, y'all might think I'm crazy for this, and y'all might be like, oh, you shouldn't have to do that for that. Nah, that's my son's siblings. That's my daughter's siblings. So I would just level the playing field. You know what I'm saying? If the other kids can't afford to wear Jordans, then I won't be buying my son Jordans. If the other kids can't afford certain things, I ain't even into labels, but if the other kids can't afford, you know, certain things, or they don't always look as good, I'm not gonna have my son just, you know what I'm saying, looking, you know, top notch and over, you know, his siblings. I'm just not gonna do it. But what I will teach my son or daughter, because they're in a more fortunate situation, is how to look out for their siblings when it seems like they're doing bad or in a bad spot. That's something I would teach my son, and that's something I would be big on. Looking out for your siblings. And you know what I'm saying, whatever I get you or whatever is yours, and it don't matter what order he fall in. He could be the youngest, he could be the middle child, could be the oldest, but you know, I'm going to teach him, you know, about sticking together. And it's not for a reward for me, because them ain't my kids. I'm just solid. So when them kids get older, they'll know that, man, you know, my brother dad or my sister dad was a solid one. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to, but he did. And it wasn't because of the love for the mama. It's for the love for the kids and the love for my kid. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all feel, man. This thing has been buzzing since yesterday. It's probably going to be going on until tomorrow. Y'all know how these hot social media topics things are. By tomorrow it been die down, or you know, the people who just now catching on to make their status. But it was hot yesterday. It's still lingering today. Y'all know how that is. By day number 3, it's a wrap. So y'all go ahead, comment, engage. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you think. There's no right or wrong answer or opinion. I mean, it's all of our opinion. It's their real life. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, once again, great day, beautiful people. I am Eli Elijah, Eli the Voice, and this is Eli Talks. You guys have a wonderful day.